Ritual Madness Podcast, the best of the underground. Make madness your ritual. I am the aftermath, the representing back from the flame, the pain and suffering from the one who buried out my name. Pushing my telling, yet the truth I will show. A shield that was used to be a man. You know who I am, 'cause I don't recognize this person that's inside. That broke free from the remnants of me. I don't recognize this person that's inside. I am the aftermath, a shadow of flesh and bone. I am the aftermath. Now leave me the fuck alone, 'cause I am hanging on to the something I'm still gone. Do you recognize the remnants of my mind? Is it over? Do you recognize the remnants of my mind? Don't say my name. It's no longer yours. Don't you say my name. There's nothing left inside me. You destroy me from the inside out. I am not what you claim me to be. But don't you say my name. I am the aftermath you made me to be. The fractured piece of a man I used to be. But now I'm free.
Oh, shit. Hey, welcome. What's going on? It's Friday. Hey, do me a favor. Check out Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective, 3500 Minnehaha Avenue, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 55406, 612-353-4755, lowbrowsaints@gmail.com, 612-353-4755, lowbrowsaints@gmail.com. Hours Tuesday through Saturday at 12 to 7 p.m. Sunday and Monday, they be closed, but you need to get some tattoo shit. Go check them kids out. They do good work, and they're cool fucking people, so make sure you help them out. All that happy shit. Thank you for joining us. Also, do me a favor, check out the Shred Den. Hours Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 11 to 5 p.m. 9100 85th Avenue North, Suite 100, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, 763-350-2191, www.shredden.net. That was a lot of W's in there.
How'd they
wasn't
get extra W's?
Well, I don't know. Just because it's the world wide web. Something like that. I don't know.
What he said.
What's going on? It's the fellas from Courier. What's going on, fellas? How's it going? What are you up to?
Yeah,
We're here, on your podcast.
How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Hanging.
Just hanging.
Do me a favor. Go around the table. Tell people who you is and what you do in the bandy band.
You know who I am.
Who are you?
We don't know who you are.
You should fix that.
Do you know who I am?
You should start.
You walk into a place and just
Everyone knows who I am.
Yeah.
But I'm actually a part of this band this time. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So tell them what you do. What do you play? Do you play banjo in this one?
yeah,
should.
thick string banjo.
Nice.
I play bass.
Nice. What's your name again? Steve?
Yeah.
Scuba Steve?
This motherfucker.
Bert. Hey, Bert. How about you fellas?
I'm Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hi.
Welcome.
I yell at people. That's what I do.
Nice.
People keep letting me do it, so I'm going to keep yelling.
Oh, yeah, dude. You're looking fantastic, by the way, Eric. I
Thank
just
you,
wanted
sir.
to tell you that. Hard work, dude. It's been paying off for you.
Fucking year of
Yeah?
consistency and changed my life.
Is that the key right there? Consistency. How hard is it every time you go to work out or eat a good meal or?
Oh, not anymore. After a year, it's like habit, and now I'm like a fucking gym addict.
Yeah.
So going isn't an issue, but getting started, it takes a bit.
Yeah. How many months do you think in before you were like?
Took about, I'd say 2 months or so when I really started seeing a difference.
Yeah.
And then the routine was stuck, and then that was it.
That's the key then, huh? Get a routine that you're comfortable with
Routine, something that works.
and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, you gotta love that.
Started 2 to 3 days a week in the gym for 45 minutes to an hour, and
Hell yeah.
It'll make you feel better.
hell yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
looking
you
good, bro.
if you
Looking good.
don't, do you feel it? Or you just like
At this point, if I go more than like 3 days, I like start getting anxious.
really?
Yeah. Like, I gotta fucking go again.
Damn, dude.
Straight up junkie.
Wow,
Good for you,
that
bro.
adrenaline and that,
Good for you,
that dopamine and all that shit kicking in, dude.
Good.
Instead of the food or the weed or whatever, you know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
surprised. I eat a lot of fucking food.
yeah,
We got to keep up that calorie intake.
I still eat in a fucking deficit.
damn.
But you switch out the right things, and
Did
But
you
that's
have
the
to,
hard part.
did you have to change?
That's
Did you
the
have to
hard
change everything like
Mhm.
drastically?
oh yeah, I stopped. I think I've had one bottle of alcohol in my apartment for the past year, and before that, I was buying a new one like every other week.
Damn.
I quit that. I changed my diet completely, and
What was the hardest thing to take out of your diet? I'm just putting a break on
Just-
everything just to say
yeah.
you look good.
thank you. I even shaved for you today.
Nice.
Oh man.
I appreciate it.
I don't know, just ordering food, like everything. I switched completely. Like I was so fed up. I went like hard turkey and went like the classic, just like chicken, rice, veggies things. And then I eventually like adjusted that enough where I made it so it tasted good.
Right.
And then I was making I still do it to this day, is like crock pots full of fucking shredded chicken.
Right.
So I always have it, and it's just a staple. But yeah,
Dude,
changing.
you can use it for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. I had it right before this because I was like, I got an hour. I don't want to make any food. Boop, out of the fridge.
Dude, I had a bag of fucking mixed nuts. I was like, because last week I didn't eat at all. I ate at like 10 o'clock like a fucking moron, and I felt horrible on Saturday, dude. I was just like, I got a McDonald's hangover, dude. It was fucking horrible. I felt like shit. It was garbage. Sorry. How are you, man? What do you do in the band? What's your name?
I'm Joe.
How you doing?
I
Joe?
don't work out.
I don't work.
I eat a lot of McDonald's.
Nice.
No, but I play guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to
I
have you,
enjoy
dude.
it. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you, sir.
It's your first time on here, huh?
Yeah, it is my first.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I see you guys.
That cherry and shit, dude.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And our drummer Chris is not here because gingers can't be captured on film.
I thought they were really translucent. I thought that was the
Yeah, like you wouldn't even see them. So
you like see the poster behind
Yeah.
them and shit.
Yeah.
And then you see a little like blur in the camera.
Yeah. It's like the Predator thing, right? It's like that. The holographic Predator thing.
no, we swear he's here. He's right
Chris.
here.
Yep. What is that fucking Deadpool 2? The what is that guy? Mr. Mysterio? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? The invisible guy? And they're
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
inter-
Oh, yeah,
they're
yeah,
interviewing.
yeah.
He's like, yeah. So what do you do? And he's like, he's not here yet, is he? No, I think he's running a little late. then you don't see him until he gets electrocuted. It's Brad Pitt.
Yep, Brad Pitt, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's your drummer right there. You got to electrocute
Yep.
him and shit
Oh,
just to see him.
Yeah.
The only thing he's gonna
We try
take
it.
from this and be like,
Yeah.
they think I'm
I'm
Brad
green.
Pitt.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
We're
awesome.
gonna have to bring that ego back down. a
Yep.
peg.
Yep.
Slowly let it out. Grab an ear and let it out slowly. So how long has Courier been a project for you cats?
How long has it been now?
I don't know. You guys had it going before I joined.
Well,
3.5. Well, since we had the full lineup,
Yeah.
the original lineup, we were probably about 1.5 years in, like, before we started doing like ready to do shows and stuff. With, we had it was 4 of us, and we were looking for a vocalist, and then Eric joined and wrote some shit and recorded a couple songs and played a show.
That first one is one of those that you recorded,
Yep.
correct? How many did you guys end up recording at that?
Two.
two of
Yeah.
them,
Just those
the
two?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just wanted to get something out. We went down to recorded with Nick Pocock. He did a fantastic job, and we wanted to get something out there, something tangible.
Right.
And played a show, and unfortunately our drummer had to step away at the time, and then
Right.
a few months later we got Chris. Chris has been in the band a little less than a year now.
Now the original drummer, he had some physical, some health issues and stuff.
Yeah,
right? And
he had
to step
some-
away from it.
Yep, some health issues, and we have family and health, and like your own personal well-being always comes first.
Oh,
For sure.
definitely, 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
It was, it sucked, and it sucked for him, and everything that he had to go through.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
you got to take care of yourself, and you
Right.
can't let,
I know it's difficult for with cat guys, you know what I'm saying, to come to the realization that not that you're not able to do it, but sometimes, especially if you're having health issues, that your body can't
Mhm.
necessarily do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's a difficult thing, and it's like being a football player or a baseball player or something. When you can't play that sport, it's like, fuck, this sucks. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And-
yeah. No,
and it-
something you've been doing for most of your life.
Yeah.
And,
and all that time that you put into your craft, you know what I mean? And it's got to be a tough
You know,
situation.
yeah. And the hardest part is realizing it yourself
Yeah.
and coming to the guys and saying,
Yeah.
hey, unfortunately, and I know that was hard for him,
Yeah.
and
um,
we still felt for him,
Yeah.
man.
it
And
sounds like he's really been doing well.
yeah,
I think
Getting back to
I
playing.
think
Yeah, he's
when we were
he's a
talking
great
to Eric, he was saying that as
great
well.
drummer. And
yeah.
glad to
Oh,
see
yeah.
that he's playing again and everything.
Right.
It makes us happy to see that he's be able to move beyond where he was, and
Right.
like his health is improved. And
Right.
he's still able to play and still able to do what
Yeah,
he
yeah.
loves to do.
very talented.
Yeah,
Mhm.
super
Very
talented
talented
dude.
dude.
Nothing,
You
nothing but
cannot
love.
throw that shit away.
He's a very, very supportive cat when it comes to.
Yeah.
I know he came to a lot of the Lee shows that we did back in the day, and supported a lot of the things. And he jammed with Outside the Mirror for a little while, so
Yep.
I'm very familiar with him, and nothing but love for him and his stuff to come. And hopefully he's doing a lot better. I haven't spoke to him in a long time, but I hope he's doing well.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
moving forward. Now I know you guys have been pushing, start writing material and doing things, and
Yeah, last year, due to Tony having to leave and search for a drummer, and then getting Chris up to speed after
Yeah.
he joined everything, we kind of had a.
now where's Chris from? I don't mean to interrupt you, but
Oh, Chris, he also plays drums in the band Druid.
oh, nice.
So super talented, super tight drummer.
Oh, yeah.
He's added a lot of cool shit to our sound, and like really helped us tighten up our writing, because we after losing Tony, we kind of fell into a slump.
Sure,
No.
which is understandable,
Oh, yeah.
especially with a founding guy, having to step down or whatever. That's unfortunate.
And we didn't have as much progress last year as maybe we were hoping that we would.
Sure.
But sometimes it's just how
Well, it's how it is, man.
yeah.
Like, you don't want to rush it either. That's the hardest thing. Is like, I know many years playing, you get into that habit of like, okay, we got a show, or hey, we really want to get out there. You record some stuff, a couple like an EP or whatever. You record some stuff, and some guys are in other bands, and they're like, hey, this band is going this much further. Like, come on, let's do this. And you're going, well, we don't want to rush into shit too fast, because that's when you make mistakes. You don't have your ducks in a row. And I know we've all been in the scene long enough to see younger bands make those foolish mistakes by trying to rush
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
not having their material together, not having their merch together. Eric, you know all about that. With your past bands and stuff,
Yeah.
having major merch and having
you-
touring and doing those main things.
I mean, before we would released coming back after restructuring everything. Like we went silent for an entire year.
Yeah.
We didn't do a thing online.
Yeah.
We did nothing, and then we made sure when we came back, we had an album, we had 2 music videos, and we were announcing a tour.
Right.
You just sit.
That's the way to do it, man. Swing for the fucking
And
fences.
that's, you know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, it was just trying to get yourself noticed and get out, get your name out there and recognized as much as you can. But, social media has made that a lot easier to do,
Sure.
and
It has
You
been,
don't-
and it hasn't. I feel
yeah,
like if
there's-
you
there's
don't,
some drawbacks to it too, but
if you don't have, I mean, I know with your past band, you guys were like, you guys were releasing singles quite a bit, and like being able to have material.
We made a lot of content,
Right.
And we just had stuff to go from. And then because we were on the road and stuff, when we brought camera guys with,
Yeah.
and so we would release like the day after, like here's a little clip that was put together, like 3 minutes,
Yeah.
of just
It's all you need though. That quick.
messing around all day, and then a little bit of the show,
Yeah.
and bam, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, you could do that all fucking month long, man.
Yeah.
People would be stoking about that. You know what I mean?
And every now and then, my Facebook memory's like, "This is what you were doing 8 years ago."
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but a whole lot unhealthier.
Yeah,
Right?
in many ways.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm glad that you guys are pushing forward now with Chris. When you were looking for a drummer, and when you found Chris, or did Chris find you guys, or kind of a mutual thing? You guys kind of crossed paths, or what?
He actually was the one who messaged the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Dusty was the one who took the call, the message.
Yeah.
And it was almost like he heard it and just wanted to come in and see what he could do. And when he came in, it was like an instant, like, okay, this dude can fucking play.
Right.
So you invite him back, and it just solidified, okay, this dude really can fucking play. He's getting our shit down. I mean, not perfect, but you know what? He was out there, like,
Pushing.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what? You can't knock that hustle, because he came in and really, like, showed us that he wanted to play. And
Right.
for someone to reach out to us and show us that, dude, like, I personally was like, yeah, I like this guy.
Hell yeah, man.
I
we
like
had a few folks try out,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and they all did well.
Oh.
It's just it ultimately was we had to pick what we felt was the best feel for what we wanted to accomplish and write, and our sound, and how we wanted to move forward. And
Right.
Chris just like fit into that
Right.
so well.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's awesome. That to find that piece to the puzzle is always the way to do it, man. Because you know what I mean. Like that's the intricate part, to have that groove, and especially if you get it. I met him at your wedding for the first time. It seemed like a super cool dude, man. Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
looked like he's fun, like he was having fun and enjoying himself. You know what I mean? Like that's half of it right there.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, with the writing process with him opposed to your past drummer, has it been has it just structurally? I mean, that's what you said. Like he helped you tighten things up, songwriting wise.
Just his style, just it helped certain things kind of fit into place.
Sure.
Like some new stuff that we weren't really sure. How do we want to transition it? To,
Right.
we have these like main like a skeleton of it. We have
Yeah.
these riffs. How do we want to place them in the song and transition from one to another? And he helped kind of really like, okay, this is what he's doing. This is what he's playing. And this like just his style kind of helped us really guide what we wanted to do.
Oh yeah. I mean, I actually had a chance to listen to some of your guys' studio recordings too. That you guys, that's how I ended up getting this sound system for the podcast, is because you just kept talking about all the cool shit, and then you showed me what it sounded like. I was like, holy shit, man, that is that next level shit, man. That I wish I was able to tap into when I was jamming. You know what I mean? Because that whole now you were using in-ears for quite a while, right? Or you weren't?
Nope.
You're just going full monitors, old school
I
style.
hate in-ears.
Really?
I cannot stand them.
No shit.
I used them briefly years and years ago, and I just
What was it? Could you just not get it?
I don't like being closed. I feel closed in.
Okay.
Like I mean, I used to run practices. We had such a small spot that like we didn't have
room for.
anything. It was
Yeah.
just the only sound that was actually in the room
Yeah.
was the drums. And so I had to plug in ears, and that's how we practiced for a little bit. But I like I can't do it with shows. I thrive off of the room.
Right.
And when I've got those in-ears,
The ambience and
Mhm,
everything of the
crowd,
room, right?
Everything. And so when I'm closed off, it was I didn't even enjoy it.
Really?
Like we were all
that.
like sound guy. We were messing around with the idea because all of our stuff was just in one rig. It was just to plug a snake in and go.
Right.
Like we had cabs and everything with us, but half the time we didn't even bring them up on stage.
Right.
And we flirted with the idea of like putting stage mics on there, so it was just pumping crowd noise into me, so I could wear in-ears.
Right.
Never got that far. I'm just not gonna wear them.
Yeah.
That seems like it could be more problems, and it's
Yeah.
like, why would I do this extra stuff when I could just?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I could see that, man. I don't know. I've never done it before, but I figured it'd be pretty fucking awesome because I always worried about pushing too hard with certain things because you can't hear. I get a weird mix. You know what I mean? If I'm right over the top of it, it's all me, and I don't hear the rest of the guys. If I lean back too far away from that center monitor, it's like it's overwhelming. There's never really a good spot on the stage, and if you're a fucking front man, you got to move for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, I've been yelled at by photographers for not staying still long enough. But I don't know. I just have one volume. I just fucking go hard. Yeah, like yell hard. So like I guess I don't know. I don't even really worry about. I can make it. I can hear as long as I can hear enough of what's going on.
You just go.
Right.
I was always worried about, when you're shifting between highs and lows and things like that, because I always tried to do, get the good squawks out and then try to come back low. And if I didn't gauge it well enough, there'd be nights like First Avenue was one of those places where you always got a great sound on.
Yeah, like no matter where you're at on that stage, you can
crystal.
I can fucking hear everything.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. But other places, man, like Club Underground at times where you're just like, holy fuck. I'm surprised I made it through the set. You know what I mean? Because it's just so.
When I was drumming in Echoes, playing there, just volume of my kit and not being able to hear mics. That's when I started using IEMs for playing drums.
Yeah.
I just had a little 2-channel mixer, and I'm just like, just give me the monitor feed, pump me guitars and my kick drum, and that's like all I needed. And then in Courier, the rest of us, other than Eric, use IEMs too.
Eric's like, I'm the bad guy over here.
We're running a click as well. It's just it helps to really isolate like what you want to hear, because you never know what the stage is going to be like. What the monitor situation is going to be.
See, that's the only thing that for me, and I love that. If I could do one ear in and one ear out, I'd be all right. I think.
I don't know.
See, that's how I play, man.
Or really, one ear,
one out. I have to hear
that
real sound.
Yeah.
And then in my other in ear, it's just a click.
Oh,
I can't do anything else because then I get flustered. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right.
Bing. Oh shit.
Right.
That just so being able to hear them and then playing the click, that's how I play. These guys are boom, boom. I'm like, oh, I can't do it.
Like my big thing, especially playing bass, is like I would never be able to hear myself in the wedges.
Yeah.
So then I'm, fucking with my stage volume and I'm getting too loud or whatever, and I'm just like, I want to be able to at least hear where I'm at, and putting the monitors in, I can, crank myself up, have some click, kick drum and guitar, and I'm able to like being able to hear exactly what I'm playing.
Right.
Is just helped me tighten up a whole ton.
Now it's coming from the board to your module, right? And
yeah, we have the XR18, and then we have like bass, both guitars, kick drum, vocals.
Oh, so you can isolate every single piece of it.
Oh, yeah.
I gotcha. And you do it all by phone too, right?
Yep,
That's
yep.
what you're
So we
saying.
all have our own unique mix, like what we want, and we can adjust it ourselves. So, like I have my bass cranked up, I have some guitar, I have the click kind of in the background. So that way, if I do get lost, I can, at least like get myself back on time.
Right.
But it's been a complete game changer for me just to focus on what I need to hear. We've all played so many shows that like, oh, there are no wedges.
Right.
Or, or it's just there's not enough power to really hear what you want to hear. And it sucks.
Now, all you guys have them except for you, Eric.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which in that situation, I think, works out too. Like, Eric, the rest of us, like we know where we're at. We're following the click. We're we can hear.
Which has
exactly
got to be fucking on for you because you're like, I don't
As
got to
long
worry
as-
about these
As
motherfuckers.
long as they're on, I can do my job.
Right. Hell yeah.
I've never used click until this band.
Yeah. Well,
Now you just
how was
like
it? Now, how was it getting used to that?
Oh, dude, I'm still not fucking used to it.
Really?
I always got to adjust it, turn it down, turn it off. You know, I got to
Yeah,
turn it out in some parts. But it actually has helped me shape my structure and playing a little bit more.
right.
So I will give that credit. So
Yeah.
that I'm getting better with it.
Right.
But you know, it's been a little bit of a game changer.
I bet.
I like
I
it.
bet, man. That I know. I never even thought about it. I never thought about it even when we were recording, and like there'd be times where it would fuck me up because
Yeah.
I was on this instead of
Yeah.
the groove that I'm supposed to be on. All I'm going click 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 click. You know what I mean?
yep.
But once you shut it off, now it's stuck there, and I can't. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I've recorded and went home, and that's all I heard. But
Yeah.
the whole fucking time I'm going, this is
I've gotten
garbage.
I've gotten used to telling myself, if I hit a click, you're off.
Yeah.
So now I get back on it. Then when it comes off, we're going to the next thing where we're done with it. I don't hear it no more. So that was the part I had to
That's-
get used to.
Like it's a balance. Like
Yeah.
you, want it, you don't want it to be overwhelmingly loud, but
Right.
like you want it to be as a guide. You know,
Mhm.
like it's, so that way if you do fall off,
Yeah.
you can get back in time
Mhm.
coming in at the right part. But like, yeah, mine's low enough that like while we're actually jamming and playing,
Right.
I don't really hear it. It's there, but it's not my focus.
Right. Yeah, that would throw me off. Like
It-
playing.
It's an
live, I would have-
adjustment, but you know, there's almost everyone who's touring professionally
Is
has a
rocking those.
click track of some sort.
Yeah.
I've been in bands where only the drummer was listening to the click,
Yeah.
and we were just, you know, he would be the on time. We have the ability now to have like we can all use it if we want to.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? It's a tool.
So I could just show up since he's not using that channel. I could just tune you
Yeah.
guys. I could have the sound of it here.
It's all yours.
Hey, sound guy, you fucking suck.
yeah.
These guys sound great in here.
And if I don't have it in my ears, I like to play a little game and practice, and I'm sitting there like, I'll try to guess, get on with it, and then I like look at one of their boards and I can see a little light flash. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Nice. That's pretty cool though to do that shit too. That's pretty fucking cool, man. Make a game of
visual
it, man.
click.
That's
Yep.
that's real cool, man. I dig that.
"Ah,
Yeah.
got it.
I can handle that, man. That's fucking really cool, actually.
You can see it too when we look at our phones on the channel that the clicks on the
Yeah.
faders just like boop 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 boop.
It's fucking awesome. We've got Marion Cipher in the chat. We've got Justin Roman in the chat, and we've got
man.
David Murder in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it very much. Make sure you go check out Courier on Bandcamp. They've got the two songs that we're playing tonight. The first one there, what was it? Aftermath.
Yes, it was.
What's that one all about?
That was
After some shit.
about me. That was one of the first times I wrote. That's actually the first song that I wrote where it was just like, I'm just in. This is me. Like before, old stuff. Like I did that, but I masked it behind the vein of horror related stuff
Right.
and things. But this one was like, it's been a rough couple years.
Yeah.
So
What
between-
rough from what? What
Just
would you say?
parting from, you know, the last band, everything, watching all that down, how that went down, just life and.
Yeah, because you took a long break.
I was out for about 5 years,
Yeah,
and then
cleansed your
Remember-
palate a little bit.
doing the dad thing. I focused on that, and it was just kind of.
How old's your baby now?
She's 6 now.
Damn, dude.
I know.
Time flies, man.
Oh man.
It's got to be awesome, though, huh?
It's fun. She's a little shit, but
They always are, dude. Yeah, you'd never trade it for the fucking
No.
world, man.
Fuck
you
no.
know.
get those days where she's just running around, and then like you curl up in bed. She's like, "You're the best." I'm like, "Oh."
Right. Just the
She was
happiness
like-
of
the other-
seeing you
I think
too.
it was
You know.
last night. She was like, because I have some like Star Wars Legos, and she knows I like it. And she's like, I was looking for Christmas. I was looking for like a Star Wars shirt for you because I know you really like Star Wars, and I want to get you something Star Wars related. I'm like, God, I love you.
That's awesome. Oh yeah. Talk to Jordan. He's got good ideas.
Yeah, I got all the Star Wars.
Every Star War. All of them.
I am the Star War.
You better let Paul Esch know that because he might disagree with
I'll
that.
fight him. He might win, but I'll fight him.
This fucking choking the living shit out of you. Just beard flying everywhere, dude.
Little leprechaun.
Leprechauns and beards and guitars and basses flying everywhere. It sounds like a blast, dude. Actually. So, with this lineup, and I know you guys kind of wanted to announce something tonight too, right? Like you guys are.
Yeah. We had another recent member change. Dusty has stepped down from the band, so we are in the process of auditioning guitar players.
Right.
So if anyone listening is interested,
you guys are also doing a show on the 22nd, which would be a good time for potential guitar prospects.
Yeah, we're just gonna hammer that show out as a 4-piece. It's a little different, but its practices have been sounding good. And yeah, if anyone's interested, you want to come out to the show, check us out, see if it's something you'd be cool with wanting to try out for, or we figure the live vibe of a band is kind of
the best way to see how people get down, and the camaraderie. You can feel the vibe between members, and the docking of it all.
Yeah.
The 22nd at Can Wonderland.
Yeah, the Tundra, Saturday, February 22nd. Music starts at, now this is confusing because it says music starts at 8 p.m. and then it says 21 plus after 9 p.m. So
they have to kick all.
So you can get in at 8 p.m. to see like a fucking quarter of a band. But at 9, you better get out.
Yeah.
All right, now I
unfortunate how that is, but hey, you can come watch a band while playing mini golf. So.
Nice.
Well,
I still might get a wireless just so I can go play during our set.
Yeah.
That would be pretty sick.
Hold on, I'm teeing up.
On.
Yeah.
Just don't lose this one.
Just mid-song, you hear him go.
Guys, I left my mic there.
Yeah.
Be right back.
I played one show with that wireless that I bought.
He just comes back singing into the putter.
Yeah.
Oops. We can't hear you.
Hear me?
So that's Better Broken, Impossible Kings, Courier, and what is this last one? Silence in Numbers.
It's Silence in Numbers.
Yeah.
I just see sin in there because it's so small on my screen because I'm fucking blind. Old man. I need glasses, dude, bad. Anybody have any suggestions for glasses?
Oh, bro.
An eye doctor.
Yeah.
No.
They don't have glasses themselves, though. They don't just give you glasses right
Oh, no, they don't just give you them. You got to pay for them, but they have some.
Just saying. It's kind of weird,
Go get those cheaters from Walgreens.
I got some.
Yeah,
I got some right over there, as a matter of fact. That's the only way you can.
I can't see either.
You can only see this close, though. I mean, anytime I put them on, I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm fucking swimming in the whole room. You got to do that.
Yeah.
I see you now, dude. Fucking
Yeah, motherfucker.
bulletproof fucking cat eye lenses. So let me see here. What's the plan for you cats? You're looking for a new guitar player?
Yep, looking for a guitar player. We basically our goal is to we got, what do we have? Basically 7 songs, 7 songs ready to. 6 that we're playing out, 7 that we were working on, kind of solidifying. We want to do.
Want me to take my boot off?
Like a.
He's got with his fingers and shit.
We want to come out and just do a full length. We're at least a couple songs. I know a lot of bands are doing like the whole EP thing, but I think full length are starting to make a comeback. Like there's a lot of bands that are just coming out strong with the full, 10, 11, 12 songs, and
right.
We already got most of that done, so finish the writing process.
And you guys, I mentioned this earlier too, that you guys record your stuff. You have that material recorded, so potential people can come and actually have material to listen to. It's not like you're walking into this blind, and you know what I mean. Like that's the
all the songs that we have completed, we have recordings of from practice.
That's awesome.
And
it sounds amazing too, by the way.
Setup, we're able to do that. We can record each line itself. So each drum, toms, snare, kick, overheads on the cymbals, guitars, vocals. Like we can have it all and actually mix it. So
Mr.
it's not
Sound
just
Guy.
Yeah, right.
I know this guy over here. Before I'm just like phone voice memo.
Yeah, me too,
I hope
dude.
I can hear this.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
got a sock over it and shit.
We're able to do it, so we
All
might
up
as
around
well.
it.
What's that? I'm sorry.
We have the setup to do it, so we might as well.
Yeah.
And it's just during listening back to stuff that we were jamming or writing, we get a better feel of how the song is structured, rather than like, oh, kind of hear it with just like a phone in the room and it sounds like a bunch of kick drums and kind of hear guitar.
It's been nice to have that though. Going home to practice too and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can imagine. When he brought some of the stuff to work, and played some stuff for me, and I was really impressed by it because, dude, you didn't have that when I was playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They did, but it was like we didn't have fucking money to have a setup like that in our studio. That's a whole nother level type of shit right there. I appreciate it. That's why when he told me about it, I was like, no fucking way, man. And just the intricacies of being able to control absolutely everything on that board and being able to dial it in like that.
Yeah.
It sounded good. That's why I was like, damn, dude, you could tighten that up and fucking sell that. You know what I mean?
If we really wanted to, we could set it up that we're recording our shows too.
Right.
We could just mic everything up and then we can have that.
That would probably be the easiest thing to do, man. Holy shit. You don't have to worry about
rig
that.
is mobile. It's in a mobile rack unit.
Right.
And
Right. And that would, you could imagine the fucking sound. You don't have to worry about the sound guy fucking it up.
But
You fucking it up yourself.
You guys know how much I actually fuck up when we're playing live.
You're just looking at each other while you're reviewing it, like, you heard that, right? That type of shit.
Sometimes I forget when I'm flying around a stage.
Hell yeah. But that means you're actually enjoying yourself. You know what I mean? You're doing it.
or when you're off eating chicken wings.
Chickens.
That was
That's it.
after, though. I didn't do that while. Yes,
You
I
still were
ended
ending up
I
in
was
the-
in the kitchen while
Yeah,
we were playing,
yeah.
but I was not eating anything.
We did a house show.
Wait.
Afterwards.
What the hell happened there,
We did a
dude?
house show.
Yeah, we played a house show a few months back, and tiny living room into a kitchen, and it was just chaos.
I
Eric's
was having fun.
Eric,
Oh, it was a good time.
I mean, it was great.
Shout out to Fontaine for that one. That was a
yeah,
good time.
That was a good time.
Running around.
Eric
the
running around.
house.
They had chicken wings. After our set, we closed the night and packing stuff up, and I just see Eric, just eyes a little glassed over, just leaning on the stove, eating a chicken wing.
These are good.
I was hungry. There was leftover food.
You good? These are great. Just eating the chicken. I'm like, okay, wrapping cables, and he's just.
Yeah.
But ask him about the van ride.
No. I made it.
You did make it. I'll give you that.
Would you shit yourself?
Oh, close.
Partied a little hard.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
I'm not used to my what I can drink now that
Yeah.
like that person.
Yeah.
I just tried drinking like I used to.
That's how
Didn't go so well.
dude. That's how people die when they're junkies and they stop being junkies and they go back and like do a ripper this long like they used to and shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he was just sitting there and his heart exploded like completely out of his chest. We don't know what happened.
Laying down in the lawn. It was hot, and I was just like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, is Eric good? Yeah, I see his chest moving. He's good.
I was fine.
He sat straight up the whole car
I
ride.
played the damn show. That's fun.
Yeah, it
That was a
great.
good time.
We had a dude. We had a powered monitor for the vocals,
Yeah.
Oh God.
and this dude, like, it's already a low ceiling. Like,
Yeah.
you could like touch it. You know,
I was
like,
I was like hanging on the ceiling, like.
this dude, bigger dude too, climbs on top of this powered speaker, and he's between like Eric, myself, and the drum kit.
Yeah.
And I'm playing, I'm looking at this dude, and I'm like, he's doing this. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, this is not gonna, like Chris is gonna die. Like, he's gonna fall on Chris, and like, it's gonna be drums and cymbals just like slicing into him.
Yeah.
And dude, like, stage dove, hit the ceiling, and just landed in the
Wait,
crowd.
which part did he hit? Was it his back? Was it his head? Or?
Yeah.
It was his
He
back.
at least got the arch, right?
Yeah.
Then you flat down.
He's like hunched over, and he's like,
Because dude had to be like fucking 6'5".
Yeah.
It's like, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he's standing on this speaker on an already low ceiling room.
Right.
And I'm just like bracing myself. I'm like trying to like Dusty move over. 'cause,
Just
like,
in case. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if this guy comes at me, I need to be able to like push him away or
worried
something.
about him falling back on the drum set.
That's what I was looking at. I was over there looking
Went
at
to
it like it was
see
a bad
Courier
accident.
and all I
Like,
got
I
was
can't take my eyes
tetanus.
off it, so I was stopping and watching. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna hurt himself.
Like,
He did
what the fuck is happening?
it.
Damn, dude.
And he got up and just started moshing around again. We're like, okay,
He didn't die.
no, we're good. All
He
right.
cracked the floor, but he didn't die. You know, 6'5" dude just fucking.
Got a little out of hand, but you know,
It's like that
Good time.
Wile E. Coyote when he falls off the fucking thing. Fucking- the mushroom cloud shit, you know? A big fella fucking diving off some shit. Oh my god.
you're like, this guy's got some balls, man. I wouldn't do that.
I'll tell you what, man. I did it one time, like just carelessly dove off the shit during X Fest, and I'll tell you what, when you've got no control and they're moving you further away from the stage, you're like, no, back that way. You know, that, I mean, I was shitting myself like this was a bad idea, and I was looking at those people. I'm like, they're like,
Please no.
sure,
At least
you know
they
what I mean?
caught you.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
I've seen dudes jump off and the crowd just goes whoop.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
And
sucks.
you just hear a thud. Oh, it's happened.
I fucked my knee up doing that shit at the Mirage a long time ago.
I've twice seen people hit the guardrail too. One dude right on the shins, and one dude right on the chest. And I'm just like, I don't know. Hip.
Oh, I hit the step behind the guardrail with my hip. I hit the top of the guardrail with the back of my head.
Oh, damn. I watched a guy at a Lincoln Park show get fucking, and he got past me, so my boss was fucking pissed. Get that motherfucker! And he's in the middle, right? And he went past me behind me because I was looking, because they had a bunch of stage divers. Lincoln Park, this is what's funny, is there's people diving off the stage, right? And they're coming up over, rolling onto these guys, so they're pushing them back into the crowd, and I'm looking to see if they're all right, going like this, and all of a sudden, I just, out of the corner of my eye, whoo, he's on stage. Fucking stage manager's got a spotlight, and he's shining the guy. Whoo, you just see this spotlight, and he goes up and right middle of the fucking crotch. Go right on the fucking, right on the barrier, right? So they grab him, and I see my boss look down the lane, and he goes, "Get this motherfucker out of here!" And I run over there, and I grab him, and he's a Cuban dude, and he spun out of my grasp. Now, the stage manager, which I ran into years later, and how he recognized me is just hilarious. He's standing there with this fucking light, and he's shining this guy in the face, right? And I'm grabbing him. He spins out of my grip, and he just socks me right in the mouth. Bam! I'm mad. You motherfucker! And Rick Pelican, right, used to work for fucking Prince, played in a bunch of bands, right? Rick, coolest, nicest cat ever, grabs the dude's bottom of his pants, and he just yanks his legs out from underneath him, right? So now he's flat. This dude's on stage shining this guy. I mean, this is a fucking giant spotlight. This dude's just shining this guy. He can't see shit.
He's just
one
cooking.
dude, he's got one guy, Rick's got him by the feet. I got him by the head and fucking shoulders, and we get him to the door, dude, and he's kicking and freaking flipping out. Boom, he goes out the door, and there's a guy from the Quest, a big, huge black dude, and he goes to the door, and he's like, "Man, get your ass in here, man. We could get in trouble fucking around with these motherfuckers." And I was like, "Fuck that, dude." And he leans outside, and he's got a hold of the door, and that fucking Cuban dude put everything, kick that door, dude. Hit that black dude's head, blop, in between the door and the frame, dude. One of the big metal doors at the Quest, dude. Rung this brother's bell, dude. He said, just stood straight up, flop. He fell over, dude. I ran out into that alleyway and duked that dude up so bad, man. I'm gonna let him have it, dude. I come back in, get that dude up. Well, weeks later, the dude shows up with 4 or 5 dudes, and they catch me in the bathroom, and I'm by myself.
Oh, no.
I just backed up against the urinal. I was like,
All you can do.
all right, man. I'm just warning you. Somebody's losing an eyeball. That's all I said. I was like, he goes like, you did this to me, and he shows me his mouth, and his mouth was all fucked up because I socked him up pretty good, But I was like, dude, you jumped. You got past me. I tried to get you out of there. You socked me in the mouth. Then you knocked out one of the dudes from security. I'm like, you brought all this on yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're punching and like knocking out security, kind of got it coming to you.
Right.
I feel like,
Yeah.
Well, this
dude,
is
all you have to do is leave.
what's funny is that I'm at a whole nother show. This fucking stage manager guy sees me and his face lights up. He's like, "Holy shit, Minneapolis, fucking Lincoln Park, the guy with the spotlight." And I go, "What?" And he goes, "You're the dude who fucking got socked in the face, and I shined the guy with the spotlight." And I go, "Holy shit." And he goes, "Dude, he didn't see shit, right? And I'm going, yeah, how can you see it with a fucking, 7 million lumens pounding you in the face? You know what I mean? I swear to God, dude,
That's
it was
fucking funny.
just to have it on the side of the stage, though. Like, what kind of thought like,
Yeah.
you fucked up. That dude right there, he fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
No hiding
yeah,
from that.
Yeah, not at all. But it was so crazy that he just remembered my face in that whole thing. And then, I told him the whole, I can't believe that shit. I was like, dude, he got duked up like a motherfucker in that alleyway, boy. That ain't the first time that alleyway got used up,
I've heard stories.
Oh, yeah. There's some good ones, man. There's some violent shit that happened in them alleyways, boy.
Yeah.
Even at Station 4 back in the day, too,
Yeah, I'm on
crazy
PlayStation
shit.
4.
Good old station.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good times, man. Those old things. Now, dude, it's so crazy to think of all the venues that have come and gone in the last few years, man. You know what I mean? And like now with this Can Wonderland thing, I know you were talking. I think the last podcast about possibly opening up, another place to play. You know what I mean? Another opportunity.
They've done a few shows there over the last couple of years. I've seen, and it's, it'd just be cool to like be able to just especially in St. Paul,
Right.
Having another place, that you can do some shit and play mini golf while you're watching a show.
Yeah.
And enjoy their tap wall.
Yeah, they have some
they got a good.
really
Yeah,
good
they got a good.
Do
sounds
they?
beers and shit.
Yeah,
too.
Really?
Good variety there.
I've never been there.
Neither have I.
Where's it located at? Like what area of St. Paul?
St. Paul.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Fucking this guy, I swear to God, dude, he had my wife fucking shooting shit out of her nose. what did I? Well, chimichurri. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I go, what's chimichurri? He's like, chimmy and churri, and I'm just go fuck yourself. Dude. My wife is like, that's the funniest shit ever. She lost it. Good stuff, dude. It's like
Marion fucking hates when I do that too.
Oh, dude. I don't, have you guys experienced him talking about the bananas around Marion at all? Have you guys?
No. Fill us in.
So just one. Oh, here we go. Right here. Perfect example. I don't know that the people can barely see this, but he's at work, right? And he says something about he's got it on his computer. Says, "Ask me about bananas."
My screensaver.
Like it just bounces, and it's I'm like, so me being who I am, I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, she just went. She looked at me like, do you really fucking have to? And looked at me, kind of rolled her eyes, and then he goes, did you know? And then he goes into all these random facts about bananas. Yeah. So then,
Dude, I guess I went on a fucking thing one night and just this rabbit hole about bananas. And now I know way too fucking much about bananas.
Why?
Yeah. Why not oranges?
I don't know. I was high and I'm just like, man, why does banana runs not taste like bananas? Well, it's because.
What did you start? How did you start?
Maria just does fucking an eye roll on the thing. She does like 3 eye rolls on the shit.
She just
So-
close out for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, she shut it off right now. I know that.
Yeah.
She's fucking throwing
Ages
she's
ago.
holding cats on her ears.
The most cultivated banana on Earth, which is what banana flavoring is based off of, it went extinct. Well, not quite extinct. They're still around, but a fungal blight basically wiped them out.
See this shit, dude? He sounds like
couldn't
a
get
like an
this-
anthropologist.
So you couldn't get this particular banana
Botanist.
that tastes like banana taffy or runts or banana flavored
fly.
shit. So the next most like cultivatable banana is the banana that we have today, that you can get at grocery stores and shit. And that's why they just never updated the flavoring. So a fungal blight wiped out a banana that tasted like banana candy.
So all those that I thought just tasted like shit actually taste like bananas.
And you can still order them. They're cultivated and grown
rare?
in a very protective and like selective area.
Do they last longer?
You
than,
can
like,
you can
ones
you can
do?
order them.
Yeah, you can order them.
That's insane.
They also have blue bananas.
Blue bananas?
They're called the Blue Java,
Blue waffle, what?
and it's supposed to taste like vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream?
From
That
a
might
from a
give me the
blue
banana.
waffle.
That might give me to eat a banana.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
that'd be good.
the Gross Michael and the Cavendish, and I
Every morning.
am ashamed that I can't remember which is which right now, but One of them, just a fungus wiped them all out.
So this motherfucker does this right, exactly the same thing. He just breaks it all down for me.
I've rehearsed this.
And
What are you in the mirror?
Gone over this
dude,
times.
and like Marion in the chat right now, she rolls her eyes and she just says, "Why?" But it's funny because she just goes, "Oh," like I've heard this a million fucking times. So later on, like a month or two later, he gets those banana stickers and he's just like, "Watch."
Oh, dude.
And dude, he's like, "Look over to your left." And I look, they're right in front of me at work, and I look over and I see one and he goes, "She hasn't noticed it yet." And he's like,
in like weeks. And it's just
yeah,
like
dude.
on her fan and shit. Like,
Dude, and I saw her notice once. She's like this, like looks and goes, and looks over and looks at me and goes, "What the fuck?" And I go, "What?" And she points at it and I go, like this. Inside, I'm just laughing because I know he's going, "Yes," like that.
I bought
Yeah.
100 of those stickers just to place randomly.
Yeah, and you know who got hit with most of them?
You?
This guy. Yeah. I got bananas fucking everywhere. I got a water bottle. It's got 12 bananas on it. Just fucking random shit. I'm like, where the fuck? Dude, I come to work and I lift something up and, oh, dude, really? I got a fucking banana.
Bananas?
Yeah. What
All I
did,
can
Marion was stickering me too, just doing.
All I think about when I see banana stickers is that Metalocalypse episode where they got a new band manager and all of them, when anytime they did something good, they got a banana sticker.
Oh, dude. Dude, you know how football players, they got how many, fucking
Yeah.
little achievements they got in their
the
helmet and
stickers.
shit.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
gonna have that fucking your cat.
Put on your case. Yeah.
This is Eric with his new banana mohawk. It's fucking-
Bring back the mohawk. If the hair part fell out, now it's bananas.
I'm trying to remember. I got Marion with something. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, "Oh, does it taste like real, whatever it was?" Or well, God, no, I can't remember what the fuck it was.
I thought you had this rehearsed.
Yeah.
This part I don't.
I'm still astonished you studied bananas this much, bro.
Dude, I had a lot of free time for a while. I lived by myself. It was just me and my cats. I'm like,
No.
Did you know?
Cat's looking at him like,
Yeah, fuck bananas.
what is a banana, man? I don't know you got that catnip?
Yeah.
That's all I know. You got that cat. How about a little more, less lip, more catnip?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She got me with googly eyes. That's
Oh,
right.
God, she bought like a 500 pack of varying size googly eyes.
Yeah, I got googly eyed
We were
for
just
fucking.
sticking them
sticking
all over the fucking place.
I got googly eyed. Yeah, working with these guys it's pretty fun. Yeah, it's great. You're fucking. Oh, here, by the way, we got a container. Have fun.
Yeah.
Comes back and there's 3 new eyes and 2 new bananas.
Why does this look like your penis?
Oh, motherfucker.
Dude, the one that I put on the forklift mirror,
Yeah,
he said you're like, what the fuck?
yeah. I didn't know how the fuck it got there because I was just on the damn forklift and all of a sudden it was there. I was like,
He got off and I saw him go do something. I'm just like, right on the mirror. And he gets back on and he looks up and there's a banana in the fucking mirror.
I use
Objects
those
in
mirrors, dude.
mirror are closser than they appear.
I'm
The
trying to peel the
obstruction of
shit.
your mirrors like OSHA regulation.
Yeah,
is
right.
defined.
See, huh?
Oh,
he should be
dude.
doing that's management shit. You're in trouble.
Where's HR?
Rob, if you're watching,
It's a high-vis
shit.
banana.
it does have the
Got
fucking
that reflection.
flashy shit on it. Don't it? All right, you fuckers. Let's listen to the second tune here. What are we listening to? What's that second tune?
Rotten.
What is it? Rotten.
Yes,
There we
sir.
go. I don't know, man. The texture of banana is not my cup of tea. I could see that. I mean, it's one of those things. It's kind of like pickles for you, right? You're not a big pickle.
You don't
guy,
like
right?
pickles?
Fuck pickles.
Why are you so anti-pickle? Now you know all the information about bananas. Tell me
Because they're gross and they disrespected my mother.
Pickles?
I don't.
There's a backstory here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go anywhere bad with that. I'm just like a pickle attacked your mom. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to. Like my brain will take it somewhere else. Just saying. I know, Dad. I don't want to
Yeah.
get
They're
slapped up.
fucking gross. They're just gross, dude. It's
Now, did you have a bad
Were
we in a
sweet
band?
pickle? Were
Dude,
you
I'll
like?
study a pickle over a banana.
Were you ready? Were you ready for a
I know
dill
some
pickle?
shit about
right now.
pickles too. Like, dude, don't
Don't ruin
underestimate
it for me, though.
the shit that I look through when I'm stoned. I'm just like, it'd be like fucking 3 a.m. and I'm just like, I know everything about fruit. Just like, oh.
Dude, do you think to yourself,
No
this
way.
is my fucking life right now? Fucking management, cats, and fucking fruit. This is what I know.
Yeah.
Some music mixed in there.
Yeah. Vaguely know how to play bass.
That's pretty awesome too.
guy.
You know what I mean? All right, let's listen to it. We got some rotten going on here. This is what the second track of your full-length album? No, I'm just,
Yeah.
Are you guys using these? You redoing these tracks?
Yeah, we're gonna re-record
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
So we've from the recordings we've changed a little bit of it and
Tweaked it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Switched a little
not
bit more.
not a lot, but enough that we feel like it's it sounds different with the current lineup, and then once we
Yeah.
get another guitar player, add their flair to it too. It'll be
Sure.
We'll want to redo them.
Awesome, dude. Well, let's take a listen to some rotten. Take a listen, folks, and we'll be right back.
We're close to the end, let's take back our lives. From the filth and the scum and the cowards that hide away. In the castles above, in an illusional state of reality. But there's no time there right for the decay to be free and loose. When I can promise you your motherfucking breathings. You're not ready to awaken the real beast. We're close to the end, let's take back our lives. From the filth and the scum and the cowards that hide away. In the castles above, in an illusional state of reality. But there's no time and a right for the decay to be free and loose. Push back, push back, push back, push back. We destroy what's running from the inside. We will be free. Fuck the gods, fuck the lies, and the goddamn lies. There's a abomination, that's a validation. It's just running from the inside out. It's time to break your walls. And my hands in the ground. It's a abomination, that's a validation. It's just running from the inside out. Let's put some fear in their eyes. We're close to the end. Let's take back our lives. Let's put some fear in their eyes.
As the camera comes back.
Woo! Just smashing it. Hell yeah. Hell
Sorry,
yeah.
Mom.
So Justin Roman says pickle is great, but banana man, no way. And Marion says pickles are the best. I said I'm a fan of both. Actually, I don't mind either. There's nothing texturally wrong with either one of them for me. I've had a bad experience with sweet pickles where you're expecting that zingy zest
Yeah.
of fucking dill, and you get
Yeah.
that sweet shit. You're like,
Oh,
what
dude,
the
yeah.
fuck? That makes me want to throw pickles. That's it.
So I actually went down a rabbit hole on this before.
Okay.
The reason
Oh,
why
here we
sweet
go
pickles
again.
are gross
Yeah.
is because they're pickles.
Oh, I got you. That makes sense. I mean,
I was waiting for some real knowledge there.
Hey, me too. I like, damn, he's got an answer for
that was a pump fake. Dude.
yeah.
Hell
You gotta
no.
keep you
ain't
on
that. Right.
on your toes.
Yeah, yeah. On your fucking pickle toes. So Joe,
Does he actually know what he's talking about, or is he just full of shit?
so since
combo.
this is your first time being on here, like normally I will ask people like, what were they listening to as kids? Like, I know you're not from Minnesota, right? You're from where you from originally?
So I'm originally from Chicago, southeast side of Chicago.
Okay.
Right before high school, we moved into Portage, Indiana. So that's where I'm originally from. The Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area. Now coming this April, I'll be in Minnesota 20 years.
Oh, damn.
So my kids are born and raised here. I probably wouldn't have any other way, to be honest with you.
Now, is your wife from here? Is she from Chicago too?
Her whole family's from back home too. Yeah, Chicago, Northwest Indiana. like Gary.
What the fuck brought you
Maryville.
here?
Well, over the course of the
winters,
dude, I don't know. Over the course of the year, I don't know how
years,
far back, 90s.
Sure.
Her family started moving up here. Her mom's side of the family. So when her parents decided they wanted to come up here, naturally, she was pregnant with our oldest,
right?
Who's now 19,
right?
She wanted to be by her
Julian, right?
Yeah, Julian. Yeah,
Gotcha.
So she wanted to be by them. So I can't.
Yeah.
No, I mean I didn't want to, but I did.
Right.
It was very tough. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Mom, again, I'm sorry because I know how that felt for her, but but it was a necessary move.
Right.
It really was. But yeah, I mean, I've been here 20 years. It's hard to call it home, but it's home.
Right.
I get to play with these guys.
Right.
These fine young gentlemen keep me feeling young.
And you suffer as much as we do as Vikings fans.
Oh, dude.
As Chicago Bears fans.
I can't let them go yet this
No,
season.
but you know what? You motherfuckers have won fucking Super Bowls. We can't even say that. You know what I'm saying? That's my harshest.
You guys been there 4 times.
Yeah. I used to. What was it? Timber Lodge Steakhouse that had that fucking the Viking steak, and it said, after being beaten the 4 Super Bowls, this is tender and shit. I always laughed at that shit.
No fucking way.
Hell yeah, dude. That shit made me laugh my ass off. But now, coming from Chicago, like, what were your folks listening to? What was in the air in your home as a kid?
A lot of classic rock.
Yeah.
A lot of we grew up in house music as well.
Sure.
A lot of hip hop too. My dad, he's big into that classic rock. And actually, it's what paved the way for me. What I like. He's always been big in music. He's singing in the car to the shit. It's like, oh yeah, I like this.
Right.
My mom too. Her thing was Prince.
Yeah.
This is When Doves Cry. So
yep.
Prince fan. Ace of Base.
Right.
Offspring. So I had a mix, dude, of everything.
Yeah.
Even like in our house now, we go from Encanto to fucking what other Disney shit there is.
Right.
To
all the Disney shit.
Yeah,
my singing Moana shit.
My 3-year-old, dude, she's just like, hey, play it, and you have to.
Yep.
And then we go from that to
Just wait till you have to listen to Taylor Swift every morning and then
dude,
school.
I can't, dude. That's what I'll be like.
I've been there, dude.
Yeah.
I've been there. Justin Bieber, when Bieber was,
dude.
when Bieber was
Yeah, at least you
at
missed-
the highest,
At least
bro.
you missed Bieber.
True,
Yeah.
I still got Bieber albums on my
but
shit.
it's
I don't even
always
care.
one song. It's
Oh.
Shake It Off.
Yeah. You go, why, dude? I still
moment we
to
get in
this
the
day,
car,
dude. My
Every
daughter.
morning, it's can I listen to a song?
Yeah. You know what it is, right?
We've done it every time.
the same one, right?
same one.
Shake It Off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you know?
Dude, my daughter to this day, she's 18, and I'll find one song out of a whole album. Then I'm like, I think she'll like this, and I will send it to her and go, you should listen to this. And then a week will go by, and I'll go, did you listen to that? And she'll go, no. She gets in the car, and I'm like, you gotta listen to this. She's like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why are you pushing it on me? She'll always say that. Why do you push your shit on me? I'm like, because I think this is what I hear you listening to. So I listen to something. I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. I think she'd like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll listen to it when I want to listen to it, or whatever. Like, like don't force it on me. But
See, that's like my kids too. My 19, he's coming around to what we listen to now.
yeah.
In our house, like I said, we go from Encanto, all the Disney shit, to Deftones,
Right.
to Bring Me the Horizon, to some heavier shit.
Right.
And now, when my son, he's down in his new room down in the basement,
Yeah.
now I'm hearing Deftones. I'm hearing fucking, I swear I heard Fear Factory the other day, but he won't admit to that one because I think it's too heavy for his taste, but I heard it.
Yeah.
So it's good to hear that shit, man.
Dude, that's one of those like the doorway or gateway bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they always told you, weed was the gateway. That's what Fear Factory is, because he's got a great voice, but when they
Birdseed
kick it
Melody,
in too,
Yeah.
And that fucking, there's something about those beats, dude. You know what I mean? That drummer was just insane.
He was phenomenal.
Raymond Herrera.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that dude? What did he end up doing after that? Any idea?
I have
No idea.
Bean, Raymond, and Herrera. Make it
actually at
stop. Don't even. You're gonna
No,
do something
no,
stupid.
no,
I
no,
already can tell.
Burton C. Bell and
Hey, Bert.
Christian, their bass player,
Yeah.
were spotted together
Yeah, not too long ago.
Huh?
Not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
a few weeks ago.
Are they being watched?
Yeah.
Paparazzo.
They're at some was it that gear fest down in
No.
Southern California? Yeah, whatever it is. They were hanging out, and for those who don't know, Archetype is Fear Factory's best.
Oh my
album.
God! Here we go.
Oh,
Here we
come
go.
on.
You might as well
That's
just.
the
The
good
one,
but
the first one that Christian played guitar and Dino was out.
Yeah.
And everyone's like that.
Oh, what was that? What did you say? How did that go? You said, and what was out?
Huh?
Oh, that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now there's rumors that hey, that lineup should get back together and do something.
Do another one. Do another album without Dino. So just all right.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so? Did you like Dino's Divine Heresy?
I didn't like the first album because that Tommy Vex guy's a fucking douche. But I honestly never really cared for his vocals either. But
Yeah.
I did really like their second
music was good.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember the vocalist name. He ended up doing that. Did he do that Dirge Within band with the dudes from a couple dudes that were in Soil and Oppressor?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one.
I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, I did like that.
Yeah.
Their stuff. I got to
Good
see
shit.
them. Actually, I got to see them with Fear Factory when Dino
Oh, no shit.
joined. Yeah, it was. That was a weird lineup. That was After the Burial,
Where was that at?
36 Crazy Fists, Divine Heresy, and Fear Factory.
That's a different lineup.
Where was that at?
The Rock.
Oh, really?
And there was a tornado that night. It was just fucking crazy.
Jesus.
Gene Hoglan playing drums, Tim Young playing drums. It's like just sweet fucking super fast drummers.
Who didn't that dude play for Morbid Angel too?
Yep.
Does he play with Vincent right now?
Yeah, he's in that.
I am Morbid. Okay, yeah. He was touring with him for a little while too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Joe, with that type of music, like what were some of the bands that like pushed you to the heavier side of where you're at now? Like what pushed you musically towards
You know,
that shit?
So when I moved from Chicago
Mhm.
to Indiana, it was a culture shock.
Mhm.
You know, it was more everybody's listening to metal.
Mhm.
And the big thing at that time was Korn.
Okay.
So Korn, I was like, all right, I can fuck with some Korn.
Right.
But then Pantera.
Yeah.
You know, Pantera, and I heard Cowboys from Hell. I was like, or actually, the first thing that got me into them was the Fisher 101 Proof Live.
Oh, okay.
So when I heard that, I was like, dude, these guys fucking rock.
Right.
Like, so naturally, I just kept going heavier with that type of shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like moving from Chicago to Indiana what really brought me into the metal.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's just been my go-to, you know? And
He's about to
those fucking bananas, dude.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up armrests now.
Figure out how they work and shit.
Yeah.
I need 50 facts about armrests by Sunday when we
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
Quiz him when you get there.
Yeah.
Armrest?
Well, fact number one, they're made for resting arms.
It's gonna be the first
Back
half.
to their
the bullshit.
connected to the chair.
They're attached to a
fucking
chair.
guy, dude. He almost falls out of the chair just to fucking change the subject over here.
Yeah.
You could throw a bottle at him if you want to. It's all good.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Trying to repossession. Sorry, I was uncomfortable.
So you push towards the metal side of things as you came this way, or in
No, I played in bands back in Northwest Indiana too.
what like how many bands did you play there?
So back there, I played in about not many. I mean, say about 3.
Yeah.
And it was always with the same group of people, just different lineup here and there.
Right.
Uh,
Couple different members here. and
yeah. The main player I always played with was my brother Ryan.
there? Okay.
Me and him always played. He's a phenomenal bass player.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody, but he's one of my favorite musicians.
Right.
And I'm not saying it because he's my brother, but he's always just had that musical edge that me and him clicked. And
Now is he older, younger?
he's younger. He's younger.
younger.
He's my younger brother. And so yeah, me and him played in a couple bands all in all. And then when I moved here, it took me about moved here in 05, so I didn't play with Dusty and Sick of Talking About It until about 2011, 2010ish.
Uh-huh.
And we won a couple years there. We played Warped Tour together and stuff like that. 2012. That was that was the highlight of my music career.
Right.
After that, we played in Iridium Sun, me and Dusty,
Okay.
and then ultimately, after a few years, that was what became Common Choir.
Okay.
So, that was where I was like, okay, it's not really my style. I got a lot of things going on. I got kids. So I needed my break. So that was my break. I took about 7 years away from music at that point.
Right.
Much needed.
Right.
Much needed. And then now, right before COVID, is when Dusty came to me and was like, hey, let's jam.
Right.
It's when him and Common Choir parted ways.
Right.
He wasn't doing anything. I saw that, and not right away, but I was like, hey, dude, because I was starting to get that itch. Do you want to jam? He's like, no. Not yet. I get it. All right, just remember, hey, just keep that in mind.
Right.
And he came to me, let's jam.
Yeah.
He had a couple shit going that he wanted to get out there, which is Aftermath and Ron.
Right.
Not all the way through, but for
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, the structure of it, and we started jamming, and so I think that was like a year with that, with a couple different guys, but it just didn't do anything.
Right.
So then as we moved on, when we found Tony and then Jordan and
Right.
Eric, so on. So that's where we were with that. So I've been doing this just about 2020, so right before the pandemic
Okay.
hit. So I've been back with the music doing that. So
Yeah.
it feels good to be with the group of guys I'm in with now. So
Yeah.
just trying to embark, because these guys are all established musicians. I'm here and nobody coming in playing with these guys. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is my
Right.
chance. I gotta fucking come play with.
Now, with what are some players that you like really jive with? As far now, is guitar like your first weapon of choice, or do you?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started off playing bass.
Okay.
But it just wasn't for me.
Yeah. And your brother picked it up and was way better than you, and you're
Yeah,
like,
that
fuck this,
motherfucker.
man.
Yeah.
I better
To be
try
honest,
guitar
yeah.
this time.
To be honest, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's fucking, by all means.
Dude, that happens a
Yeah,
lot, dude.
yeah.
That happens a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you influence them to get into something, or like, hey man, check this out, and they pick it up, and you're leaving to go to school, and they're like, this one, I got it now.
Yeah.
Try to hustle it up.
But yeah, I mean,
As far as guitar players, like influential guitar players for you, like who are some standouts as far as your playing style?
as cliche as it is, I'm a Stephen Carpenter fan.
Okay.
I've always been a huge Deftones fan.
Yeah.
Not a fan of everything they do.
Yeah.
But Stephen Carpenter, just his style to me, just really always stuck out.
Right.
It's simple, but yet to the point. And then even like if you listen to what he's doing in Soul Invicto,
Right.
he comes with that heavier edge, and his riffs are just they're just heavy, but yet
Right.
still simple, but still bring that punch that I
Right.
like,
Yeah.
And then, I like a lot of the heavier shit too, man. So
What when you say heavier shit, what do you as far how heavy do you like to get?
well, I like Decapitated.
Okay.
What else? Through the Eyes of the Dead. I grew up with them. Some grindcore shit like the Red Chord. I just like that fucking fast, thrashier shit.
Right. In
And
your
now,
face, punch yourself in the face type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I'm getting older, give me some fucking dad rock. You know what I'm saying, dude?
I do. I
I
like
mean,
all
fuck it,
kinds of
dude.
shit. Though.
Yeah, man, me too. So I mean, that's where I'm at now musically, man. And then growing up playing with these guys and what they've done has kind of shaped me to be a better band member in some ways too.
Yeah.
Established people know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. It took a while for me to hit it, to see what they're meant by the things they're doing, even like until the recent events that happened.
Right.
Okay, now I see why you're saying this.
Right.
I see what you mean. So it's kind of like, it's good to be with those kind of guys that kind of put me in my place when I needed without them knowing it,
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, working as a collective, working as a collective, and actually, learning from guys that have been doing it in a different environment too. You know what I mean? Like having a few bands is one thing, but moving to the more of a guys that have been out there doing it and playing and touring and doing things like that. Like just having that little bit of a experience adds so much more to it. And it's not like somebody's sitting down there going, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. You just pick it up as you go. And
to touch back with the Tony and Dusty situation, like both of them in some ways when we played, they shaped me too. Dusty wanted me to do the click. I can't do it, bro. Tony's like, no, dude, you really should just try it, dude. It shaped what I'm doing too in some ways. And dude, I give them their flowers too, where it's due, because they've helped me too. So
well, why not? I mean, there's I have all the people that I've jammed with, even if being asked to leave the band that I started, being the Curls, one of my very first bands, I felt very upset about the whole thing. But I knew that I was having kids at that particular time. I needed that time to take a break and pull away from it. and it just was the right thing. And I got salty as fuck. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
Like,
I get it. Yeah.
I was in the fucking graveyard when you motherfucker, you know. And
yeah.
they went on to do something, you know, Grand Demise, which is, you know, fantastic. There's a lot of people that really look up to that band on the way they write. You know, their showmanship, everything. They're just fucking a badass band. But
Right.
I look back at it and like I went back and talked to them cats and it was like, you know, I was just thankful to be a part of it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
learning
Definitely,
those
definitely.
lessons and
Definitely.
having a, you know, just having the experience to play with people who are fucking really damn
That's my
talented.
journey right now. Yeah.
And you don't really
Yeah.
realize it until you go, holy
Yep.
shit, man! I really am very fortunate to be
Yeah.
able
That's my journey, dude. Yep.
to rock with cats like
Yeah.
that. You know, it's a cool thing, man. Now, what type of player are you looking for when it comes to another guitar player? I mean, are you guys looking for a flashier guitar player, somebody that's got a rhythm background more than
I don't think there's like
a specific?
a very specific thing we're looking for. We just
Yeah.
want someone that you know, just it's kind of a vibe thing. You
Sure.
know? Like
Yeah.
you know, we
For sure.
our style or whatever you want to call it. You know, we kind of have our thing, but like it can go in different directions depending on the song and the mood. You know, we
Yeah.
got some shit that's a little more not mellow, but not as like in your
In your
face,
face,
and we
yeah,
got
yeah,
some
yeah.
more faster, like in
Sure.
your face. You know, so it doesn't have to be like someone super flashy. You know, but we're not opposed to it either. You know, we
Right.
just I think first and foremost, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, just someone that the vibe works and like we get along.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like,
That's,
we enjoy hanging out first
Right,
and foremost,
right.
and then you know are able to write and you know collectively create something in whichever direction it ends up going.
Sure.
Who's to say? You know, but I don't think we want to like pigeonhole ourselves into like a specific. No, it has to sound just like this.
Yeah,
We need
yeah,
a player that plays just like this.
Right.
that's how stuff evolves. That's how our
Mhm.
sound will evolve. Every different style, like I don't know, like we've talked with things we've done over the years, and that we've met. Like I've learned that, like, yeah, you can have like the greatest player in the world, but if you don't mesh, if things are just weird,
Right.
why?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'd much rather have someone that just walks in, fits right in, and giving a shit on day 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
We want to have fun. That's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know, bottom line is, and if who wants to be, you know, doing something like this if it's a chore?
Right. Yeah, going to practice shouldn't be a chore. It should
Yeah,
be a
right, right,
fucking
right.
release. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I miss about music is the most is the release of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like I got fed up with the business side of it. I pulled back from booking shows, you know, with the band, because there's always like one specific guy that takes care of that business. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like there's always a mom that's like, or the business guy, like, hey, this guy's gonna, hey man, I got the ideas for this, and this for merch. Well, yeah, well, who's gonna handle the business when it comes to, you know what I mean? There's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
that one cat, and I always like, you know, you try to change the role up a little bit, and because I'm so competitive, that was like. I could see how people find it hard to work with me at times because you just get into that repetitive thing. And then again, like we were talking before, you get into that motion of you know, hey, we're going to practice to go to the next show instead of, you know, writing constantly and
Yeah.
having ideas and that flow of everything. Like that's huge.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where, now I've heard some of these riffs because before you joined the band, I actually tried out for these guys and got to hear quite a few riffs, man. And like, I was really interested to see where you would take it because once, you know, Jordan said, hey, Eric's going to come down and try out. And I'm like, Eric? He's like, yeah, you know Eric. And then he told me, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's going to be badass. So hearing these two tunes and what you did with those, I know there's some stuff, like you said, that isn't balls to the wall. I'm just curious to see, because I was like, man, you could do this and that, and, you know, hearing riffs and shit.
It's been a fun and a challenge.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not, you know, what I was used to writing to.
Right.
And I wanted to take a different approach, and I wanted this to be more personal, and which was an entire other world than what I've done in the past.
Right.
And some of the, you know, not so balls to the wall stuff, like it took me a while. I'm like staring at this blank page, listening to this song for the 50th time. Like, what am I going to do?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, I enjoy what's come out. And I mean,
Where do you search? Where do you, you know, when you're looking at the blank page, where do you search? When you're making it personal Is it strife? Is it things that you've gone through as far as like
It's-
lessons, or is it
It's kind of stuff that I've learned
sure?
over the years and just things that have happened. And then a lot of the times, like, I don't even know where it's going until it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I tell these guys all the time, like, I don't need to be the one to start the song. If you like, whether the idea is there, like when you're writing a riff, you have like a line or something that's in your head. You're like, this would be cool here. Like, I can expand just from that. Like, just having the
Right.
starting point
Right.
is.
So you have
then I
open
just
dialogue with the guys, and you're like, "Hey, man, this is if you've got an idea
Yeah,
for
I
that,
don't
that's
care.
badass, dude. I
Like-
like that."
That's also kind of how we've approached, the writing, and especially over the last year, just, trying, if someone wants to try something, not shutting them out, but like, hey, let's see what it sounds like.
Sure.
Like even if like someone's not like, oh, I'm not really hearing that or something, let's try it. If it doesn't fit, then it doesn't
Right.
fit. But I would hate to not try something and always be like, God, that would have
should've.
been cool to do
Yeah.
this, or it would have been neat to do this.
Or that person leaves and they try it and it sounds fucking amazing. You're like,
Yeah.
I fucking told you should do
Yeah.
that like a
Yeah.
year ago.
Yeah.
That's stupid shit.
It's been nice kind of having that open, just let's try this, or like, what do you think about this part, or just like kind of everybody thrown in, like, instead of being like, here's the song,
Yeah.
put your stuff to it.
Now I know with Dusty's departure that the dynamic of writing will probably change quite a bit. Are you excited to have do you have a lot of input?
With him departing,
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be tough shoes to fill.
Sure.
Ultimately, he did help shape the foundation.
Right.
Okay, so moving on, I'm excited in a different form of now we're going to try something different.
Sure.
We're going to keep, it's our foundation. We're going to work off that.
Right.
That's our ground.
Right.
You can't stray that far from it. I mean,
Right.
if it happens, it happens. But
Right.
in a sense, yeah, I am excited to
Yeah.
see what somebody else can bring to what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like Eric was saying, we're at a point now where everybody is getting to the point where we feel the most comfortable, and we're starting to write together and just going up and starting hitting some fucking riffs, and we're like, okay,
Right.
that's cool. Let's keep it on the back burner because we got this to focus on right now.
Hell yeah.
And once we get that other guy to come in and hear if he likes what we're doing, I'm interested to see what he would do with us.
Right.
So-
See organically how
Yeah.
it all
Yeah.
flows. I mean, that's
And-
fucking brutal.
That's the organic part, I think, is what we've all
Yeah.
kind of have grown towards wanting to do. Just not force anything, not like you said, not having like, here's a song, it's done.
Yeah.
Like we may have like someone may have like a skeleton of
Sure.
a song. Like, hey, I have like
Yeah.
this verse that could go into this chorus, or like this would be a really cool ending, or like
Yeah, yeah.
breakdown or something. But just here's this riff. Do you have anything that would kind of go with this? That's in this tempo, this style, or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know jamming with you, Jordan. I mean, and you played bass in the band that I jammed with you. I know that you had a surplus of riffs from way back. So, I mean, even if you guys don't find a guitar player right away, I know that he's a capable guitar player. I've heard his riffs. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
I know he has a ton of stockpiled. So I'm sure that
I did just
you
playing
know.
guitar for this show, didn't you?
yeah,
he
I mean,
did,
that was something that got brought up too. If it sounded,
you trying to play that Joey Jordison. Is that the deal? That's what that deal is, isn't it, dude?
no, it's just we didn't know what it was going to be like. With the one guitar.
Yeah.
And there's parts that Dusty played that were pretty integral to the song. Like
Right.
he had different, like leady kind of parts, or
Sure.
he had his delay on some stuff. Just
Right.
to kind of fill it out more. And like Joey said, those shoes will be hard to fill. I mean, we if we thought it felt weird, like I could do guitar for the show, but we
Right.
jammed and we're like, it sounds good.
Yeah.
With just Joey playing and me on bass.
Right.
So
I
might as
know
well
that. I
stick
know
with
it.
that.
It's tough. When you're switching from having that extra sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's an adjustment.
And it we just wanted to make sure that, hey, let's do what we need to do so that we sound the best we can
Right.
at this show.
Yeah.
And now we got Joey. I have my amp setup. He's playing through a ABY switch. So
Stereo style?
Yeah.
so he's got 2 different amps
Sounds pretty
going.
nice.
So it does sound
Beefy.
fuller and-
Yeah. That's what I'm sure you guys talked about the Krog thing, right? Is Rob going to do that for Krog or?
I'm not sure. That's a
I mean,
little different. Just being being that Brian died. We don't want to.
Right.
He may still like play through both, like calves on both sides, just to fill it out a little bit. But it's definitely weird jamming without like hearing Brian's parts. That's been
For sure, I can imagine that's a tough adjustment. But we also want to give the shout out to that show too, right? That's the 23rd of March, right? Let me see if I can pull this fucker up.
yeah. That's March 23rd at the Caboose.
Caboose.
I haven't been there in a minute.
Now are they coming back? And that's all. Did Bobby open that now? Is that the deal? Did
I don't
he
know
buy that?
who's running it. I've heard several rumors of who's running that now. I haven't heard like for sure like what is going on with that, but they're doing shows again, and
I just want them to move the stage
yeah, that was my hope. Like, put it.
in the back of the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we don't need that balcony that nobody goes.
No, nobody ever
I
uses
slept
that.
up there once.
Did
It was
you?
nice. Oh yeah. When we were coming through on a tour, and we were, you're there balls early before everybody get
Right.
loaded in. I'm like, I got nothing else to do. I need a nap.
Oh, you go.
Nobody comes up here. So.
Yeah, make sure you can, if you can, man, to do this celebration. It's March 23rd. It looks like 5:30 is the start at the Caboose for this deal. Who's all playing on that deal?
Caustic Abyss, who was just here on the podcast.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard that fucking album, Jesus, they did a great job on that album. Holy balls.
I have to check that out.
It's really, really good,
Yeah.
man. They did a fantastic job on it, man. I'm like all the way through. When you listen to, I listen to a lot of local shit. Like,
Yeah.
I will listen to this shit, But when you hear, I told them this is the first local band that I made it all the way through the album and went, holy fuck, I just made it. Am I done with this shit? Like, I wanted more.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, they really laid it down. It's a solid album. That's the Caustic Abyss. Sorry, I cut you off there.
That's fine. Inhuman Scourge.
Which is Aaron Whiteside's new band, correct?
Yep. Mr. Whiteside's back at it.
Yep.
Bludgeon. Just old school hammering death metal.
Yep.
Digro. If anyone knows, Anthony and Brian jammed together for a long time, and
Best buds.
real
Yeah.
close friends doing Demonicon, Glutton for Punishment, and then Krog. It'll be Krog's final show as a tribute to Brian.
Man, that's a crazy deal there, man. And unfortunately, with the venue closing and all of that other stuff, was such a tough situation. to
Yeah,
get
there was a lot of shit, especially with the venue and all that went down last year. And then the show ended up being much later than we wanted it to be, but
right.
there was a lot to figure out. Were we still going to try and was that venue going to reopen under new ownership,
Right.
a new name? Blah, blah, blah.
Whatever happened with that? I know there was like a lot of logistics
I
involved
really
in
have
that.
no idea.
And it just kind of fell. There was like a bunch of really cool people that were involved in that whole deal, trying to regain control of that whole deal. And it was like rumor, but dead.
I don't know. There was just too much, and the building probably just took over. Because my other band practices underneath.
Really?
In the basement
Still?
of the building. Yeah. So we were at least our practice space. We subleased from.
Right. Those guys.
whatever.
Yeah.
And that was a mess too.
Oh, I bet.
So we weren't sure if we were going to lose our spot.
Right.
And luckily, I feel like actually not too long ago, we finally got like a lease set up with the building itself.
Wow.
And are now paying like $300 less a month.
Damn.
Yeah, really?
He was
That's-
hard, dude. Some pocketing it.
That's
Wow. So scumbag's gonna scumbag, I guess.
Yeah.
Like super scumbag, it
Holy
sounds
shit.
like, dude.
Piece of shit.
Hey, you know what's
Yeah,
fucked up?
coming
Hey, you
from
know what's
being
fucked
a
up
local-
is I never deleted the cat. This motherfucker be liking my shit every now and again, and I'm just like, oh man. I like to keep tabs on people. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I
you know
feel
what I mean?
that.
You don't ever, you never know what's up.
Couldn't
so.
do what another disgraced local musician did and just disappear. Just
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
no idea.
I don't know.
We don't talk shit on this podcast, do we?
Initial musician.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Just some shit came out, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. And I think the scene is better for it.
Wow.
Damn.
You took it there, didn't you?
Oh.
Damn, dude.
I've never wanted to shy away what I.
Well, I mean, you really, if it's the truth, it's the truth. I guess I never personally had issues with certain people, but
Oh, I did. I won't go into that right now.
thanks. I know it'd be bad. I would just sit here and shit on people while they're not available to
Act
shit
Greg
on us
Chilton.
back.
I mean,
Dot what? I hate you. I just wanted to let you know.
a
So
little chimney and some cherry.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So like we're kind of like to the end of the podcast, and I know that yesterday we had like had a death in the family as they say it. Jim Odegard was the vocalist for God Awful and the original Disturbed.
The original, not the half-ass fake Disturbed from Chicago.
Yeah.
The real Minneapolis Disturbed.
Yeah, Jimmy was a hell of a dude, man. I've known that dude long fucking time, since I was like 16 or 17, I think. And I kind of posted about it online this morning when I heard the news at 5 o'clock. You know, you find out that one of your friends have passed away. You know, one of your people that you looked up to. You know what I'm saying? I posted. One of the first shows that I'd ever played was at the Varsity Theater with my thrash band when I was a kid. You know, the Money Beggar song. That
Do we need to play that instead?
No, I don't think so. But,
It's
it's
on my phone.
See, he likes to embarrass me. Like
me hear it
Brian,
after this.
Brian. Oh, dude, it's horrible.
I gotta hear it after
So bad, dude. You're gonna do it, aren't you? He's gonna do it. I know.
I'm actually not 100% sure if it's on my phone. I just
I ran across it on my hard drive just the other day, and I was like, "Why did? Oh, that's right. I took it from Jordan because I wanted to just embarrass myself." But so we play the show, and Jim Odegard was in Disturbed at the time, and Jim. They Disturbed opened for everybody when I was a kid. You know, when I first started knowing about underground music, you know, there was Impaler, Disturbed, fucking Death Squad. There was like a handful of bands that I knew around town that I'd seen open shows constantly. So this dude would he was just he was a great frontman. You know what I'm saying? And I get off stage and it's my very first show, and the dude comes up and he's like, "Hey, you guys kicked ass," and that's a common thing for people to come up and say, "Hey, you did a great job."
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Good show, and they don't really mean it, right? Well, he was actually, very fucking cool about it, and when someone you look up to comes up to you and praises you for something that you're doing, and at the very, this is out the gate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're playing our own shit for the first time. We're playing in front of people. Decker gets us the show. We're off and running. And the dude pulls me aside and he says some really cool shit that, in my opinion, sparked me to continue playing.
Yeah.
And every time I saw him, it was like I learned something new from him. You know what I mean? Like just his mannerisms, the way he controlled the shit. You know what I mean? Like, and it was really weird as I got to know him, and through the years, you see. When you get to know other men, you see there's insecurities as well as you see your own in them as well. Like if you're friends with people, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yep. And
so I kind of saw where he was going, and like when we would talk about some of the lyrics, I wanted to learn because I never really wrote my own shit, And when we started talking about lyrics, he was like, "Man, I've gone back and read some of my stuff that I'd written originally," and he's like, "I'll go back and I'll change it." And just because I feel like I learned more as I was going in the style of writing, he would go back and apply it to the things that he'd already written. So it always gave me these ideas, man, to go back to see what you've done and appreciate what you've done and try to expand on that, and that was one of the things that I kind of learned from Jim. But Jim and Bill Lindsay are two of the guys that I looked up to as a kid, playing in this music scene and learning from the music scene. And Jim was one of those high water marks where you talk to somebody you look up to, a peer, and become a peer of theirs, and become, a friend of theirs.
Yeah.
And you learn who they are and what type of people they are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
I just told somebody online that Jim and Earl were the first dudes that like said, listen to Ex Hoarder Slaughter in the Vatican. He's like, you like Pantera? He's like, this is where they took their shit from, And I was like, I didn't understand it. And to sit there and watch these two musicians that I really enjoyed, watching play, like sit there and nerd out on the metal like I would, fucking just sitting there going, listen to this riff right here. Here, when they go into this shit, you know what I mean? That type of shit. So him and Earl were very integral to my journey in music. So I feel like, thanks to him, man, for that, man, and doing a podcast with him and talking to him and every time you seen the guy, and that was the love that was shown today on the internet, man. It was like the dude had a really big part of this music scene, and I saw it all day, man. It was like I posted one thing, somebody else would post another, and then you'd be kind of, they just started popping up in the news feed.
I was talking to Kellerman and Blake, and talking about like what their favorite tunes were, and Blake, playing with them and shit, and
right.
Josh just always being a fan,
right?
It was cool to see a lot of the memories being shared.
Yeah, it's a trip, man. I said something about this earlier today. It's like being an older dude and seeing, now people, getting to my 50s and shit, now people are starting to fall off, dude. You know what I mean? And it's like
scary part.
You see those movies, man, where they're going back in the time machine and they're like trying to write something wrong and they're holding that fucking picture and the shit's like it's fading. That's what I equated it to, was like, my history and my icons and the people I look up to are slowly falling off, and it's kind of one of them. It's disheartening as fuck, man.
It really is. I agree.
Because we're not getting any younger, and I try to tell my kids this shit, like it's inevitable. Like my daughter sat me down. I got an infection in my leg, and she's like, sat me down and had like this heart to heart, like, Dad, I want you to walk me down the aisle. I want you to be around. Like, you got to start taking it. Like, I got choked up. I had to tell her, like, hold on, well, let's not get dramatic about this shit. I'm ready to just start bawling, bro.
I
you know
feel
what
you
I'm
on
saying?
this, dude. Yep.
I'm looking at her and I'm kind of being mean. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, I'm fat. I get it. I'm trying to eat chicken on 3 times a week, like. And I'm trying to be kind of cold about it because I'm like, fuck, man, like, you're right.
That.
You're absolutely right,
That's how I am with my kids, dude. I'm just like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I touched my 40s and I feel you, dude. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm almost dead.
Yeah. So Sean Jensen hit me up today. Sean Jensen is a friend of the podcast. He's been around a long time. He knew Jim. We partied with Jim and all the cats in Rochester with Jim and Decker and Jensen and all them cats. And to talk to a cat the day of you finding it out, it was one of those things that, like, yeah, man, we're getting older, man, and we were talking about the check engine light coming on. I said, dude, my mid-40s, my shit was flashing.
Sneeze too hard and
you take your back throw. Yeah. You throw your back up.
cracking.
Yeah.
Dude, you pull a fucking hammer getting out of bed,
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I woke up the other day with cramps in both of my legs, like on the top of my shins. Like my feet were sitting like this, and it was like all my muscles all the way down was like, no. And I woke up and my toes were doing this shit. And I was going, oh my God.
My wife always makes fun of me because of that shit.
I went, my jaw cramp the other night, and I was just like,
What were you doing?
Marion? There needs to be
I literally fucking yawned in my whole. I'm just like,
Marion's standing over you with a big old donker, just bonking it off.
She was fucking in bed.
Sure she was.
Yawn. I was like, oh God.
Oh, dude.
What? Why?
What the fuck?
Like, what? Where did this come from?
Dude, what the fuck? Were you thinking you were a snake and shit, trying to dislocate it, eat a rabbit or something, or what?
Really big banana.
You got a cat facing out this way. You got a tail in your mouth and shit. Trying to unhinge. Damn, dude, that would suck. That would suck.
That's what I'm just like, what the fuck? Like my whole side of my face hurt, and I'm just like, what just happened?
Well, that was I don't want to make it like super sad, but it's kind of one of them things, man, where The dude was really a big part of me growing up, and to have, and I know he had like a cancer scare a few years ago, and I just did find out what happened that apparently he may have had a heart attack, and his roommate found him. So that's it's a sad deal, man. That's like the second or third one this past year, half a year.
Yeah,
of people that I know. My wife will probably make me go get tested now for fucking heart issues.
I remember seeing. I never got to see Disturbed because it was
Had been done.
Stupid version.
Yeah.
You know? But I got to see God Awful. And still, I said this before we started this, like the best band name.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Awful. Like that.
He did.
Like, how can you top that? That's just fucking sweet.
That's pretty much
We're
what
God Awful.
What my family's ever said when they've heard my fucking band is like, oh, it's God awful. You know what I mean? I get it. You don't understand it. It's cool. You know.
The only other one I've ever thought of would just be like TBD. So when it shows up on like outside the venue, like
you guys are
headline,
playing all over the
to
place.
be determined.
Yeah, it's like that fucking sign that's on the bar. Free beer tomorrow, or what is it?
Yep, free beer tomorrow.
Monty's, is that what it is? Monty's on fucking University, and
There's a
couple of them.
that have it, yeah. Oh,
Where's my free beer? It's tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow. Fuck you.
Still doing, he was still doing this all the way back in early '80s.
Yeah.
When Disturbed first started up. And shit,
Yeah.
it's huge, impact on just the local scene in general.
Yeah, big time, man. All them cats did, man. Him and Decker and Earl, and you know what I mean. Those were the core dudes you saw at all the shows. You know what I mean? And they were, I mean, I can't even tell you how many times that for information or like picking someone's brain as a vocalist. You know what I mean? Or like, hey, how do you do this? And writing eluded me for many years, man. I could. That's why I'm always very curious about how people, when you sit down, where do you pull from? What like I would read, I would try, because I felt like I wasn't reading enough. I didn't have enough.
Felt that way too.
Like vocabulary and being able to, you could describe things really basic, but when you take a thesaurus and go, okay, I need to fucking see, that's pretty sweet, and that one word like shapes the rest of what you're doing, and it like helps you define your vocal shit and writing, like. Jim was one of those dudes that you could sit and talk to about that type of shit. You know what I mean? And he had so many years of fucking experience, man, and dealing with, cats like Earl that were involved in every aspect of this music scene, the Root, which, thank the fucking lucky stars that that's still going after all of these years. And you got guys like Josh Kellerman and, Mara, involved in all of that, because they took that torch and ran with it after, Honerbrink, took it to the edge, you know what I mean? And not talking shit about Tim, because Tim had his part of the Root for so many years, and then having them carry the torch into 2025. I can't believe that shit. That blows me away. And every one of those guys had such an impact on this music scene, and so many people that, Josh and Greg Moog and there's so many people that never really got to know Josh knew him forever, but Moog didn't know him. Mm-hmm. Gets to know him as like a brother. You know what I mean? Like Jay from Necronis, Jay from Grand Demise said, they were some of the guys that pulled us in. Brian Owens was one of those guys too that brought us into the fold, when we were fucking suburban kids playing death metal, you know what I'm saying? And, I still had my fucking, Richie Valens haircut, for fuck's sake, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of, yeah, exactly, dude. Well, my wife pointed that out.
I'll show you some photos, dude. It's good shit.
You got to show
pretty silly shit, though. But did you see that post that Gooch posted the other fucking day?
No.
Dude, it's a straight up Indian not feather dude, right? And he looks like me when I was young. This the fucking sideways, like thick black hair with this big ass nose, and he just says, "Was this your high school picture?" And then I grabbed the one where I'm looking back and I got my fucking hair over to the side. I look like Richie Valens' fucking brother and shit. A drunk Bob, right? So I posted that shit, and I just dude, 20 minutes later, all I get from Gooch is, "I fucking love you, man." That's it. You know what I mean? We talk for another 5 minutes, but it's hilarious because That was that's the way I looked back then, dude. It's hilarious. No long hair, just kind of like this weird fucking
Yeah, I know that.
little goatee and shit. Like silly shit, bro.
The soul patch and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
silliness. But rest in peace, man. He's gonna be he's a cat that I will definitely miss for sure, man. He's a good dude, and man, no, I haven't heard any bad stories about Jim. I do have a funny story about Jim though. They had a big party house on Pillsbury, and Jim just disappears, right? And they had like this big ass bathtub, one of them big claw bathtubs, right? And there were some gals running around, and Jim just disappears, and you got to use the bathroom. I open the door, they got a bubble bath rolling, and I walk in, right, and they got like this step, like the step goes up, and then there's the claw bathtub, right, and this one chick she had tattoos, like extensive tattoos when I was like 17, 18, I opened the door, whoa, like this. Jim looks back, he's like, hey, what's up, man? And I'm like, I got to fucking piss, and he's like, well, just go, right? So you walk in, and he's, got his junk hanging out, and this chick is in the bathtub, in the bubble bath, like leaning back, and he's flopping it in there,
My man.
And I'm laughing my ass off, but it didn't faze the motherfucker at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like they just kept on doing what they were doing, and it was like he was looking. I'm pissing, and I'm like looking back, and I'm looking over. Now I'm a young buck at the time, and these guys are full on rock star shit. You know what I mean? Funny ass shit though, man. Just shit like that would happen all the time. You know what I mean? Like somebody bust out and there'd be a naked person running by, and chicks giggling, and you know what I mean? Bottles. I mean, there's some crazy shit at the horror house, and shit in Rochester with Jensen and all them.
Oh
cats,
God, I can only imagine.
Yeah. The whole thing with Jensen, I mean, those guys loved to party. That Rochester crew was insane. But talking to him today, man, Jensen really kind of, you know what I mean? Like when you talk to somebody that's been there, knows the cat, you're kind of trying to figure it out together, like how it all went down, and reminiscing a little bit and talking about fuck, we're old, Yeah. The realization, like, man, kind of one of them deals, man. But we're going to play one of those tunes at the end of this. How can a guitar player contact you guys to get involved? How can they get some material to learn? Or
Contact us on the band's Facebook page or any of our individual pages. Come out to the show on the 22nd. If you want to,
Cane Wonderland, y'all.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best way. Get a feel for what we're doing live and our whole thing, and see if you think you'd even be a good fit, and if you're interested, come up and talk to us,
and even play some mini golf with us.
Yeah. Play a couple rounds, talk about what's going on.
Hit the arcade.
Fuck yeah, dude! All of that good shit. Now, you have these two songs that we played tonight, which is "Rotten" and "Aftermath," right?
Yep.
That is on your Bandcamp, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any pressings of that stuff, or can they?
Nothing physical, but
They can just buy
they're free to download on.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Bandcamp.
Yeah, that's badass. So make sure you go to their Bandcamp and stick a flute in your ass. No, play some Courier, play some tunes, and much love to Tony and Dusty, and hopefully they have great projects moving forward, and all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
Eric, you jam in another project too,
Yes,
don't you?
I do. I'm in another band called Amarak. I don't know if you know the Anderson brothers,
Yep.
Joe and Jake.
Yep.
So Joe asked
The
me.
Cantharone Cats, right?
Cantharone Cats.
Rad and
I
Hanson.
don't remember who asked me first, but it happened very quickly. Like one asked, and I'm like, oh, I guess I can jump back in. And then like
Right.
a few weeks later, like, do you want to do this too? I'm like, oh, well, shit, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. But that's going well. That's fun. So it's
Got any shows coming up with that?
Actually, yes, the March 21st. So like 2 days before yours. Eagles 34 or something. I don't know.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Look them up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Make sure you got that.
I'm just here.
I was doing another project. I wasn't even prepared for that shit. You
No.
just sprung that shit on me, man.
No,
Rock
that's
on, dude.
A little different vibe, but it's fun.
You guys need to hit anything else? You want to tell anybody else to fuck off and eat pickles or anything?
Don't eat pickles.
I'm gonna go eat a
Don't eat
No, I'm
pickles or
eating
don't eat pickles?
Don't eat pickles.
My wife and daughter love pickles, so I'm eating pickles.
All day, every day.
Oh, dude, extra pickles
order
and
some.
everything.
Order some fungal blight bananas.
What are the vanilla ones? Blue ones?
Blue Java bananas.
Oh, okay.
I want to order some of those.
Okay, yeah, me too.
We need to have a banana party, bro.
Count me in.
Mm.
Yeah, count me in. I'll bring the.
I'm waiting for Marion to just say, why? I hate you guys. She's rolling her eyes right now. Like, fucking seriously, dude? More banana shit, huh? All right, we're gonna take off, but thank you very much for tuning in, man. Rest in peace, Jimmy. We're gonna miss you, buddy. And thank you for tuning in. You guys go check out some Lowbrow Saints and some
Shred Den.
Some Shred Den and some Courier on Bandcamp. Get those tunes, and learn them and sing them back and chant at Eric and give him a touch to the nads.
Get up close. I'll grab your head.
Yeah, play some golf with them, man.
Bring pizza and wings,
There you
please.
go.
I
February
like chicken
22nd.
wings.
Can
And
Wonderland, yeah.
Malort.
Oh God, damn.
No.
Please.
How dare you? Bug spray. Just bring a thing of DEET.
You got to spin the bottle before you
Bet
take
you
a shot.
if you did
Telling
like a blind taste test, shot of Malort and a shot of like off, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Jesse would though. Jesse's got a tongue for Malort and dudes' buttholes. No, sorry, just kidding. My bad. Love you, Jesse.
I like Jesse now.
All right, we're out of here, man. Thank you
sir.
for listening.
Thank you.
Peace out, y'all.
Joy.